Does your storage system look like this? Well, there's a pretty good way to fix that. So if you can get all of your items organized into a few shulker boxes or even, you know, a handful of shulker boxes, right? You can get your blocks like all, a few blocks that you use commonly, your wood, and then, maybe a redstone box. If you get it to that point, then you're pretty set. But refilling all of these becomes a big hassle. So once you're down to like one block in each slot, or maybe you're out of it, you want an easy way to have those refilled. So there's a good way to do it. So to start off, the shulker box has 6 sides, and 5 of the sides are usable by a hopper. Now, since there are 27 slots in a shulker box, you can put 5 hoppers in to fill 25 of those slots, leaving 2 out that you can refill manually. So what does that look like? So you can have one hopper going at the top, and this shulker box is facing down. So there's 5 hoppers facing into it, and then you can add some chest over the hoppers, with the top hopper having this chest above it. And then so that way you can have this refillable shulker box system. And the good thing about this is that, you can just fill in the items the way you want it, and then just put in whatever item you got in here. And then once you fill it in, and I'll show you that in a second, you can fill in all these hoppers and all these chests in with the items that you got in. So I froze the tick speed, or the tick rate, just to show you what I did here. So this is a shulker box filled with items. Every slot is filled. At least as long as it has one item in each slot, it'll work. So in each hopper, you have to put at least 1 or 2 items of the certain type in the hopper, and then make sure all slots are filled of the items that go into the shulker box. And then so every hopper has its corresponding item appeared. Obviously, this is creative mode. I filled it up, but how much ever you want of the item, you just fill up the chest how much ever you need. And it doesn't have to be this organized. I mean, you could dump everything in there. You could put a sign up here saying what the items are and just dump it all in there. And then as long as each hopper, the 5 items that are in each hopper, these are the only 5 items that are in here. And same for the top too. Don't forget about the top. Just 5 items, and then they're all just your stock is up in the chest. So okay, so when I unfreeze the ticks here, you'll see that it starts filling up. Now, one crucial step that you got to make sure, and you don't want to mess up the hoppers. So you want to make sure that the hoppers are filled up with 64 items, because if it's less than 64 items and there's one item sitting in there, then it'll take all of those items, and then the each item being different in the hopper will get messed up. Like the next item in line will fill up that next slot if there was only, half a stack of daylight sensors. So you want to make sure that you fill up the hoppers when you start it. And then after that, once the chests are filled up and you got the items in there, you wouldn't have to worry about that other than restocking the chests. So once it's filled up, or once to a point you you'll notice that 2 items are missing from the hoppers because there's only 25 items that the hoppers can fill up. So 2 of them, yeah, you will have to put in manually, but that's not as big as a problem, compared to filling in the entire thing manually. So how does this work? It's pretty simple to build up. It's kind of a mid-game thing, I'd say, because you do need some shulker boxes for it, and it's also tileable. So you could have everything that you wanted in each of these, and you could have them right next to each other. So imagine in your base you got like one floor where you're just, dumping off the items, and then on the bottom floor that's your actual storage system where you got it. And the biggest part about this is that, this is most efficient when you have 2 of the same boxes here. So if you had, let's say you had one of these, and then you also had another one, so like you could just keep on switching them out. So let's say I'm like, okay, this is full. I go in here, I take it, and now I got this one, which this one has one of every item in it. I just put that in there, I just switch it out, and then now I'm going away with my full shulker box. And when I get back, this will be full, so I can just go back, dump this back off, and run away with my full shulker box. So it'll be quick. It's easy. So there's not much of like manual sorting you have to do. It automatically sorts it all. And you could have the best number to have is probably 27 shulker boxes. And the reason for that is for your ender chest. So you can have all the items that you ever need in your ender chest. And this is basically a 1 block storage system. in this situation because you could have everything that you need and it's all easy accessible. Um, I mean, the best way to do this is have your inner chest and then have the exact same shulker boxes, the exact same content of the shulker boxes in another chest or somewhere where you can access, so you can have that easy, quick break and go kind of storage system. And that's basically it. Let me know if you guys have any questions.